Damn. Do we want to keep it NBA and go Rachel
I would
Nichols?
really, yeah, I would love one of you to break that down to me. I heard the video a little bit. I only listened to it once because I was, Doug, I did a beer Olympics this weekend, and like the older you get, you like the competitiveness does not leave you, and you will try to win at everything you do, um, no matter what. Also, another thing I'm learning later in life is, yeah, you can't be scared to make yourself look stupid as shit to have fun either. Like, yeah, you think you're gonna look stupid? Who gives a fuck, dog? Everybody's looking stupid, and 9 times out of 10, you're the only person that's even thinking like, "Yo, do we look stupid doing this?" Like, dog, do the front flip off the fucking slip and slide, or dive for the fucking beer pong game or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, let's dive into Rachel Nichols.
Do we want the audio?
Yeah, yeah, we got it. Here, let me stop sharing.
Let's get it. Rachel Nichols, yeah, from ESPN. Uh, this was her speaking on Maria Taylor.
To me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, like, why don't you do Doris' Salad reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting for it. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And I'm trying to figure out, like, how to just, my thing is that I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your like crappy long-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself like know personally from the female side of it, like go for it. Just find it somewhere else. Like you're not gonna find it with me. They said to me.
So that's
Nice.
basically her speaking on Maria Taylor. Uh,
Real quick, let me take advantage of the soundboard.
uh
Ooh.
that's how you feeling?
Very like, all right. So I'll give her this.
Mm-hmm.
It is telling that a lot of fellas are coming out and supporting her, like fucking your boy, or was it Bomani that came out, or was it Amin? One of the
No, I
two
haven't seen.
came out and was like, yeah, she's the reason we were on the jump. She's the reason T Mac was on the jump. Blah blah. Steven Jackson came out and said something very similar. Um, it reminds me of like a very popular take for white people to have, which is like not acknowledging their privilege because like they grew up poor or whatnot. So it's like her saying like I can like they got a bad rap and like I can speak to that as a woman too. But it's like also like but as a woman, I shouldn't have to give up my spot to a black woman because they're bad with women and black people. And it's like kind of like yeah, you're way off on this, but like and get her opportunities shouldn't take away from your opportunities either, Rachel Nichols. They're pushing the fuck out of you. Like they've been pushing you for a couple years now. And a big push reason for your push is because like your little monologues and what you've been saying in the recent years. So like don't be an advocate because it like you can capitalize off it and it's been working in your favor finally. And then as soon as it goes against you, you feel like an opportunity is being taken away from you because you're not black or Spanish. Now it's a problem. And I think it's more telling that it was in a secret recording in like a private setting to where like that's how she really feels.
Yeah, it seems like it doesn't match what we've thought of her so far. How she's presented herself,
I
a
think
little
it is.
incongruent.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, I wasn't super shocked by it. Like when I saw everybody was kind of like up in arms. Like I get it, but like that doesn't shock me from like a old down ass white person. Like yeah, like I sympathize with it and I get it, and this shit's fucked up. But if it affects my direct life, fuck that.
My only thing was I just don't see how it affects her though.
Because she thought that she was gonna get the op to host the finals. She thought she did her time and like it was coming up and she was gonna get it instead of being the sideline reporter like Doris Burke. She was gonna get it, and now she feels like Maria's jumping over her to get that, and it's only because what's going on now. It's like, oh, you mean you're getting skipped because you're white? Wow, that hurts.
I mean, I guess I feel her because I guess she feels like she put whatever amount of time in, but you still, she still would have been at the finals doing what people know her to do, and that's report. So I don't know. That's it's a little weird for me.
Question, and this might sound wild. I couldn't quite make out all the audio. Is she saying that somebody is getting promoted because of their race and skipping her and getting an advantage?
It
Basically, because
sounded, yeah, she
she
basically was
declined.
saying that yep, they're doing that because of their bad rep and what so and so.
It again, I'm not saying this is what I think, but it might sound wild. That happens, I guess, right? There's like lots of people that say that happens. Like there's that kind of tokenism.
And then honestly, I think it was more of an assumption as well because like who was to say that that was the reason they were doing it? I mean, unless she got, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from up top told her that, but who was to say
And they
that was
could
the
have just
reason why?
told her that to save face.
Yeah, that could have been just to get her out my face. Like, yeah, we're doing this for diversity. Maybe they
And
think Maria Taylor is better at hosting than you.
did you guys hear Jalen Rose's daughter come out and do her little bit?
Not what she said.
I don't want to get too clip happy, but it's a bit of a summary. But she came out and basically like flamed her, like, dog, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you nut ass bitch.
Mm.
And more.
And it's crazy because we fuck with Rachel.
Yeah. Everybody likes Rachel. Like that's
Well,
So
still
that
funny.
was kind of left. It was definitely weird.
Nah, because let's quickly
well.
talk
Here's
about Miss Rachel
Jalen
Nichols.
Rose's daughter.
Maria Taylor knows what a generational talent she is in the broadcasting world, so I don't even got to go there and hype her up. Let's talk about the fact that she actually played basketball. And if you want to go there, let's go there. Let's talk about how you're related to Diane Sawyer, arguably the queen of ABC. Nah. You got your job as one of the faces of ESPN because you're so entertaining and talented and so good at it, right? You are a woman in the sports world, and you sat there and you laughed about the Me Too movement, about your fellow women complaining about being sexually assaulted at work. You think that's funny? What really got me is you're tired of the Black Lives Matter movement because you weren't tired about posting about it or making your stupid little storybook monologues about it. Maybe instead of crying and calling Maria a diversity token, you can direct that energy to the people who think there can only be one woman on that stage. And if we're being real, Rachel Nichols is a subpar reporter. Subpar, boring, not great. I'm sorry your white privilege didn't work this time. Maybe next time.
Don't agree with her on the subpar. I think Rachel Nichols is really good at her job,
Yeah.
but she makes some fair points, and I like to hear from the woman perspective of it, not just the guys that are standing up for her.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see if Maria Taylor wasn't good, but I mean, if you watched what she did, it's not. We didn't miss anything with it being her instead of Rachel. Honestly.
Dude, I mean, she's in the middle of a contract dispute. If anything, they'd have every incentive to not put her on.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Weird. It was weird. Definitely came from left field, and I mean, it does suck that it was a leaked secret conversation, and nobody wants that to happen, especially at work. You might say some shit that is for
You know,
whoever you're
yeah.
talking to. So that always sucks. But I mean, now that the truth is out, it's like, damn.
Locker room talk.
So do
Yeah.
we say that's who she is now? We've changed our perception and that's how we define her?
No?
I mean, you would want to say no, but you do know how she feels. Like now, it's like, all right. So, do you feel like the people on the set with you deserve their job, or are they there just because of diversity?
Dude, I think women are way tougher on women than they are guys in the corporate world because I do think they have that like idea that there can only be so many women in power.
Which is wild.
And that would have
They're
been
like, yeah, there's
up there,
limited spots and only one of us can be here.
and she would have been right up there with her though. That was
Yeah.
the craziest part about it. Is she would have been on there with her, and she literally declined.
Like you're saying, you could get in the Doris Burke role that everybody fucking loves Doris Burke.
Everybody
Like,
loves
what the
Doris
fuck?
Burke.
Like, what are we talking about, dog? That might be the more popular role than the actual hosting of.
Doris Burke is now calling games. What would
Yeah,
you
I
rather
get it.
be, the
Yeah.
host of the pregame show or call the actual game? Yeah,
Yeah, she was
that whole
hot.
shit was weird.
Yeah, I remember when they were saying like we can't have Hillary Clinton be president because she might be on her period and start a war.
Yeah,
One of my buddies said that, and he literally has a daughter. And I'm like, bro, so you're saying like your daughter can never be? I'm just saying they're more emotional than guy. Blah. I'm like, Doug, I'm not. The whole argument that women are more emotional than guys is an interesting one because I know some very like erratic dudes that don't have periods. Like just because they have periods, people like motherfuckers act like they lose complete control for fucking like dog. Like it's that shit's just stupid.
that's a wild take.
No, like I'm not like that's a pretty popular take.
But it's wild.
Like yeah, women are like super irrational on their periods and shit. Like it's like they have like fucking split personalities or something. Like it's like nah, dog, it's not.
Because we never walked in the classroom like, oh, Miss So and so must be on her period today. Nobody was thinking that shit. Or
Yeah.
was it?
That would be a wild thought.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we wasn't talking like that. Like,
Those covering his face. What you got on the soundboard for that one, bro?
I got nothing, dog.
yeah.
That is nuts. That is nuts. Especially because every war has been started by a man. Like we've literally done all the wild shit in the world.
Nah, dude,
Wild
fuck that.
ego, man.
Yeah, that's just ego. That's all ego. She feels like she's finally got her foot on the neck and she deserved it. And maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Doesn't mean you have to step on your colleague because you feel crazy.